Hello guys, today I'm going to be interviewing the developers of Doomspire Defense. Here's the story. Dude Amy1 decided to reach me in DM saying, yo, interview. I was like, what? And then we go on from there and boom, a 2-hour interview. Here are the names. Dude Amy1, he's a content manager, balancer, and a tester. Don't know how to pronounce the name, I'm sorry, but it's a trial dev, contractor, balancer, and a tester. N2 is a developer, and Ferna is a developer, content manager, and etc. Now, I only picked the important questions, but don't worry, all of the questions are featured in this video. Oh yeah, also want to say, this is not done in VC, this was done in text instead, and I'll be giving them their own voices that are, they're gonna sound like a robot. Alright, that's all I want to say, enjoy the video. To start off the interview, the first question is, will there be more endgame towers such as General?
Yes, although these endgame towers will be locked behind level limits, as grinding it's quite easy at the moment.
Brute Biker was supposed to be better than General, but most developers and balancers disagreed. I'm not certain about this because more tower reworks are coming, so perhaps after 3 or 5 updates.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. Alright, on to the next question. Will there be seasonal events like Halloween, summer, winter? And if there are, will they have special stuff like new skins, for example?
Halloween event is mixed at the moment, although we have to see with Vian. Of course, there will be future seasonal events to go through though. Limited skins, I don't know. Veen said he doesn't like limited items in games because people would just flaunt others for stuff they don't have while they do. Additionally, there will also be seasonal side modes.
Events, yeah, I guess. About the skins, not sure, honestly.
Yes, there will be seasonal events, but currently we have a load of new features and game fixing to do. Halloween could exist, but probably will be a bit late, but after we get the game fixed, there will be regular and seasonal events. Every seasonal update will bring a new tower, not always exclusive, and skins plus planned cosmetics like avatar effects and some other features I can't spoil.
I will leak everything.
Will there be another collab in the future?
Veen did consider it with NTD before, but most likely not.
Short answer, no. Long answer, collaborations require a lot of effort from both parties. Our last collaboration with VD was quite the mess from our part. If you were there at release, you would understand. Unless we literally have 0 planned content, then yes.
What plans, if any, for the lore expansion of the game?
There is like some lore in the game, and yes, lore will be expanded upon.
The previous lore was poorly explained, and we scrapped it. New lore is currently being planned/worked on, but Ferna has to decide about it.
Yes, there is plans for lore, but it's very loose as of right now. Nobody has time for it. Previous lore writers made an entire channel in the Discord server that made all of the developers a bit frustrated since the lore was supposed to be learned via the secret dialogues and dictionary. TLDR, it's been spoken about between the development team, just in a dedicated update.
What's the process for coming up with ideas for towers/masteries, etc.?
The only reason why Galactic Gunner exists is because I just randomly decided, damn, wouldn't it be cool if, and then I just made it. Other towers and mastered versions do have more thought into them though.
This is for me to explain. I have to come up with stuff that has the classical theme to it via finding classic gears on the Roblox catalog. Literally use the gimmick for the gear and implement it into the game. Masteries. These are really hard to balance and kinda made it tough for us to make one for each other because it's just bricks =, better DPS. We'll be reworking some, but for now we just need to finish them. PS. Not all towers will have alt forms, and yes, event towers will have masteries to them.
Let me tell you a story of how Brute Biker was made. One day, we hired someone to make the BB Gunner tower model. This person ended up making the abomination that you now know as Brute Biker. At first we didn't know what to do with it, then we had the idea of the huge guy with a stop sign and that lead to the Road Rage side mode and the new lore of Brute Biker, and Road Rager have troubles between them. But for the most part, it's either a model that didn't fit that had to be turned into a new tower nobody saw coming. Inspiration from other games, Risk of Rain for example, new tower coming soon. General brainstorming between developers and balancers.
Can you make Hyper Laser's masteries more interesting? Hyper in general is like the only boring tower, no interesting mechanics, he's just a railgunner/ranger, and his masteries are all cheap stat upgrades for big prices.
Current mastery is just placeholder, the update was a bit rushed, that's why some towers like Hyper Laser still have boring stat buffs mastery. Also the idea some balancers prevented are, let's say, a pain to actually code.
Ferna, if you say that he has Pierce and that's a cool mechanic, I will kill you.
Will the Lumi Tower get rework/buff?
No, it's an event tower. Stats will not change for it. It already has been buffed.
Oh, and a trial dev wants to join. Is that fine?
Next question, don't let Ferna speak.
Will there be a settings tab?
Yes, we beg her every day to add one.
Yes, I'm just adding debug features.
What towers are you guys planning to buff or nerf?
Pizza is gone, no more pizza. Baller might get reworked for the 9,000th time.
Long-term plans were going to basically increase the divide between early game and late game towers. So late game towers will be buffed late game, and early game towers will be buffed early game.
Mainly pizza will be nerfed into oblivion with a red mode rebalance so you can't cheese the game anymore.
Why can't we use normal form and master form at the same time?
That wasn't intended in first place. I was just too lazy to actually make it work when masteries first came out.
Because it wasn't intended. The person behind the mastery programming got lazy to make it not do that.
It ruins the balancing of the game. Imagine just having a spam of economy with Tycoon and Ticks. Having both can get you max eco at wave 9 heart.
Will there be more modifiers added?
Yes, way too many in fact, just not in this update.
I think we also have plans to add modifiers for side modes.
There's a lot of people that want this collab to happen, which is, will Doomspire Defense ever collab with the Battle Bricks if possible?
But if the Battle Bricks want to, my DMs are open.
I can see why though, but I don't know about this.
Veen decides, not us.
Do you like your community?
50-50. It's not the greatest out there, but we try to provide
50-50. This is just an average TD game community.
Vibox Discord so good when you ain't got a noob in her ear.
I, myself, do like the community as I met a lot of great people from there. No community is perfect, but I believe this is the better than other communities.
What mechanic is the most easy to make, and which one was the hardest?
Well, that's a question for Ferna for sure.
If you were a tester or an active member in the Discord server, you will remember me suffering because of the stupid effing dogs of a tower called Trowler. Like holy moly, I had to spend 16 hours working on that garbage of a tower that nobody uses. The easiest was implementing Swordmaster.
Any possible quests or challenges in the future?
Yes, but after like 6 updates since it's at the very bottom of our features to add list.
Will there be a new tower or mastery form next update?
Yeah, let's be evil and remove Pizza Place instead.
Yes, we have a 3 small updates plan, where we will push a new tower alt form every 1 to 3 weeks. We have the models, just no animations and programming.
Basically guaranteed yes. There's a couple towers in like pre-production, and a couple mastery forms and other completed towers that were supposed to be in rewrite, that didn't make it. Pre-production means concept art, or mechanics are designed.
Are you planning to make more bosses based on important figures of Roblox history? If so, who will they be based off of?
Technically already made since the new side mode features a couple, but that's for Spooktober.
hackers, popular figures. Veen has all the information. There is going to be a side mode based off Roblox clan lore.
Will there be any exclusive towers / bonus for having Grandmaster tag?
Bonuses maybe, probably skins rather than a tower.
Grandmaster mode was designed to gain the role inside the Discord server. The tag was just a donation from the developers, but yes, I would say a skin is possible for Hyperlaser.
Is there going to be a tower stronger than General?
Again, Brute Biker was supposed to be stronger, but it wasn't worth the trouble. Currently, in terms of power, a max mastery battler is technically stronger than General. There isn't plans for a tower to be stronger than General, but that might break with a new spawner alt form.
Will we get more spawner towers in the future?
Yes.
Is Doomspire Defense going to be more optimized in the future? Is there a plan to have an optimization update?
That'll probably be helped with the settings menu. We will add something to help with VFX and stuff like that.
Optimization is already in the works. Just recently we had an optimization update for effects, but yes, there will be more updates about it with the settings update.
Will there be paid towers or skins?
Skins? Yes. Towers? We will literally get slaughtered by the owner. Paid as in to skip the grind, there will always be a free-to-play option.
Paid skins is a hard maybe, and that's only if Veen approves.
Will we get the features in the corp funding as free features in the future?
Basically, whenever the features in the corp funding pass are finished out of beta, they get added for free and replaced with another beta feature or bonus.
Yes, that Game Pass is used to test beta features from the general public who wanted to donate to us. Every big update will have a new beta feature, and the old beta feature will be available for everyone. Spawn effects will be the next beta option as an example.
Is dev trolling still going to be a thing?
This is out of my control. Some developers just like to join lobbies and nuke it with subspace. I'm probably dropping the ban hammer on Gears if I see another subspace.
Well, I still make some modules time to time for that Sue, but that is like rare now.
Is Illumina still in the game code, and is there any new admin towers?
Yes, Illumina still exists. I don't use it currently, but it got reworked to not be a free win, though it still is. Any other admin tower got instantly killed due to some older members abusing it or having it without actual permissions. Future admin towers? I would say yes, but any new admin tower will be just testing a tower before release.
Who worked with Veen first?
Yo, yay, N2. Dude Amy, me, and then Ferna.
Will there be another team color like purple/orange?
There won't be any new team colors, as Veen and other developers has stated multiple times. There will be only side modes from here on, and now, any addition to the main modes will be a harder version of said mode.
Actually, yes. If we make one more team, there is one more color, but I won't say it.
Are you planning to make a side mode harder than red?
Yes.
Is there any games that you tried to make for Doomspire Defense?
That's on Veen. There was like Vyasa and some zombie game.
Oh, here's a long one. Will Swordmaster return to his angelic form since he now kills himself with the new animation and the splintered Promise soundtrack hints at it?
Mayhaps not planned.
Do devs enjoy updating Doomspire Defense?
I do. If you ask any tester, they will tell you I spend 10 hours per day on Doomspire Defense.
I love adding 2 damage to battlers secretly every update.
What is the next tower you're planning?
There's a few. 2 are intermediate.
Shield and Anger.
What is your favorite tower and why?
Arsenal, best early game tower, best CE, and best DPs.
Mine is probably the first version of Heavy Gunner at level 3. He just has so much swag.
I would say Machinery if his Overseer skin was default, just because it was actually fun to animate.
My favorite is, I would say Heavy Gunner since he's getting a major rework soon.
Any plans for extending the lobby?
Already planned, just wait for the next update.
Will there be a Doomspire map where green, yellow, and red go against blue?
That's a Veen question. He had something planned, but never told us.
There's a side mode that I'm working on that may or may not be styled like that.
Not planned.
Why do masteries cost a lot for a small change?
Because the game is designed around beating it without them, and some of them fundamentally break the game. The reason why battlers are 50 times more expensive is because you're not supposed to buy them too early.
Why was cloak detection removed from Swordmaster?
Because he is extremely overpowered with it. However, we have plans to add it back to him with an alt form which is heavily redacted.
How much side modes do you plan on adding?
Basically a lot, no limit.
Will there be skin crates?
Yes, planned, since skins are designed to be bought with bucks or RNG. Our community voted to add gambling. Yes, you can check one of my polls. So we decided to have them both. You can buy skins for triple the price or gamble your way for cheap.
Will there be any potential battle pass system?
No.
Why does Zombot have brain rot dialogues?
Was designed by Veen, it was a placeholder, but no one bothered to actually change it.
Will you add OG tower designs as skins?
Yes, Paintballer already has it. Arsenal's is in the works.
Will Mr. Doombringer Tower, not the skin, will be given out to the public?
It was, but not anymore. No more admin tower giveaways were done.
Will event towers be obtainable again?
Yes, we plan on keeping these event towers to be obtained differently.
I think for Pinata, yeah, but Cake Battler I'm not sure.
Maybe, just maybe, since some of them are special.
Will you rebalance/rework incident? What is your favorite mode to make, including side modes?
Admiral Mike, my beloved.
Undead was fun to make.
Road Rage was like 75% me in terms of waves, so that's my favorite.
New side modes were my favorite to play and balance.
Will there be more secret skins in the future?
Yes.
Will endless mode be added?
Short answer, maybe. Long answer, some of us spoke about it and wanted our endless to have a director generating the waves so it doesn't feel the same every time you play, but that's very hard to code and very time consuming for a feature. We can spend the same time working on 2 other side modes.
Will bosses and Grandmaster be changed visually?
Not planned. Grandmaster is still getting tweaked until we get a perfect balance.
No, but there are sort of hazy plans for a modifier that will upgrade bosses. If this modifier gets added, we will probably consider adding it to Grandmaster, but it's a lot of work.
Will any flying towers be added, like a helicopter?
I think we want to do something like that, but we don't know yet.
Will codes be added, like redeeming for bricks and etc.?
I'm indeed planning for some codes, yes.
What do you guys do for a living?
I work at a boba store to get paid. This is a hobby of mine.
I animate and script sometimes.
I just code and code and code.
I work in retail day job, and I am a tech artist. I do rigging, animation, shaders, generalist stuff.
Will red mode get a rework eventually?
Yes.
And that is it for all of the main questions. If your question wasn't included here, I'm sorry. Yeah, the least questions, I talked about it around the beginning. If I'm gonna be honest, I won't include all of them, mainly because this video is way too extremely long to the point I would just die. So many questions, like, I wish to answer, but like, dude, not a big fan of making long videos. That is why my videos are mainly just 2 minutes or 5 minutes. You know, this already been like 15 minutes already. Sorry if your comment wasn't featured here, but I will answer it if your question wasn't answered. And yeah, I just want to say that, like, I want to thank the developers of Doomspire Defense for giving me the opportunity to interview them, and you know, this was amazing.